Considering the title, you probably know we're going to talk about driving in the winter weather. Winter driving is driving in potentially dangerous winter weather. It's dangerous because visibility can be impaired while driving. Other dangers are possibly losing control of the car and crashing, having snow come off the car and cause an accident, or driving on hills in snowy conditions. In this video, we will cover these dangers and some ways you can prepare yourself.
Black ice is a very dangerous part of the road. It is a thin sheet of ice that develops on a roadway, usually at night. It is so dangerous because it is impossible to see it because it is clear, and it appears black due to the road, hence the name black ice. Ice will make your vehicle more susceptible to skidding and can make it much harder to drive on normal roads, especially hills. If you are going up a hill in wintry conditions, and especially icy conditions, be sure to keep the vehicle's momentum up and try to avoid stopping. Once the car stops on a hill, it is much harder to get the car to move again. When you go down a hill, you should keep your foot on the brake and let the car coast down the hill at a reasonable speed. Whenever you drive, be sure to check the weather reports and road conditions before you go out.
Skidding can occur to your car easily during the winter. Because the temperature is below freezing, ice and snow forms, which causes the car to slide. As you learned in the last section, black ice is a major cause of skidding. The best ways to avoid skidding are to A. Slow down, B. Avoid turning sharply, and C. Avoid slamming the brakes. Although there are other ways to stop skidding from happening, these are the main ways. If skidding does occur, make sure to keep your eyes on the road and remain calm. Freaking out during a skid will only make matters worse. Try to stay as controlled as you can and steer the car as much as you can to avoid any hard collisions. Sometimes, when there is a blizzard or large snowstorm, the snow can cover and surround your car and prevent you from moving it. When this happens, your car is snowbound. If you are not in the car but need to move it, clean all of the snow off your car and clear away as much snow as possible from around the car. Do not use hot water for this process, as pouring hot water in your car could cause the windshield or other windows to break. If you need to drive out in the snow, be sure to prepare yourself, carrying blankets, food, and water with you in the car, as well as having a full tank of gas. That way, if your car does become snowbound, you will be okay. If you are stuck in a snowbound car, you must be very careful to preserve heat. Stay in the car and do not run the engine if the exhaust pipe is clogged with snow, as it could cause carbon monoxide to fill the car. Make sure you occasionally get some fresh air from the windows, and only run your car for about 10 to 15 minutes every hour to preserve heat and gas. Call for help with whatever you have to call with, and wait for help. Make sure to have a shovel and other important tools with you, just in case. With these steps, you'll be out of the snow in no time.
Blizzards are very dangerous snowstorms with high winds and low visibility. Low visibility means that you can't see very far ahead of your vehicle, which can be very dangerous. For instance, if a car in front of you that you can't see suddenly stops, you may not have the distance and reaction time to stop in time. It is highly advisable in blizzard conditions to stay in, but if you must go out, be sure to drive cautiously and at or below the posted speed limit. Blizzards are also able to dump out a lot of snow on roadways, which can also cause the circumstances already talked about, like black ice, snowbound.
Freezing rain occurs when rain passes through a layer of air that is below freezing. And if the layer of air is thick enough, the rain freezes into sleet. Another way this can occur is if the ground temperature is below freezing, and when the rain makes contact with the ground, it freezes. This is very dangerous because this can create thin layers of ice you can't see. The ice makes it easy to skid and crash, something that would make you die a horrible death by breaking your neck as you get ejected through the windshield because you're not wearing your seatbelt.
Winter tires have many advantages to regular tires. They have specific treads to help you drive in snowy and icy conditions, as you can see in the picture here. However, you can't wear them all year round. Using winter tires in the summer wears them down more and will require you to replace them more often than regular tires. In fact, New Jersey has a law that only lets drivers use winter tires from November 15th to April 1st.
A few days after the snow stopped falling and after all of the ice is melted, there is still the risk of flooding. After all the snow is falling, it has to go somewhere and will most likely melt and trickle down to low points. This can cause flooding. Driving in flood conditions is just as dangerous as driving in snow and ice conditions. Your vehicle can get stuck and you could be stranded in fast-moving, cold water. While it is usually safe to drive around once snow and ice have been cleared, remember not to drive on closed roads and don't drive into puddles on the road.
Thank you for watching this informational video. I hope it prepared you and gave you the know-how for driving in winter.